This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Having children is the joy of every family. On the same note, children are a way through which not only the continuity of a family lineage but also the continuity of mankind is ensured. In this regard, every person strives to ensure that his or her children are brought up in the best way possible. Among the basic needs that children should get is good education. Therefore, getting a good school for a child is every parent's priority. Nonetheless, it is quite difficult to come to a consensus as it regards what makes a good school. Despite this, it is important to note that there are fundamental qualities that a good school should possess. To begin with, a good school should have the required facilities to make learning possible. These include the necessary buildings as well as learning equipment. A good school has enough classrooms so that students can fit in without being overcrowded. When students are crowded in one classroom, it becomes difficult even for teachers to effectively teach the students. Arguably, buildings alone have nothing to offer to learners without the learning equipment. Therefore, a good school should have enough learning equipment, be it books and other reference materials or equipment used for practical lessons. It is important to note that children join schools when they are very young and much of their socialization and cultural modification processes take place at school. In this regard, schools have a very crucial role to play as far as citizenry behavior is concerned. Therefore, a good school should be based on good discipline as well as good moral values. If children's morals are likely to be negatively influenced at school, then there is no need for them to attend such a school. Most learners spend much of their time at school, thus their behavior, both present and future, highly depends on how the school modifies them. It is the prayer of every parent that his or her child will be well-mannered. A good school should enable parents to achieve this dream. On the same note, a school without teachers is as well as dead. Teachers are guides of learners and they highly influence what students learn at school. In this regard, a good school will have academically qualified teachers to ensure academic excellence. Moreover, since students, especially young ones, look at teachers as their role models, teachers should be well-mannered so that they can help in positively molding the learners. Of importance to note is that if a teacher is overwhelmed by the number of students that they handle, then they are bound to compromise the quality of their services. Consequently, a good school should have the recommended teacher-to-student ratio. Notably, it is the quality of education that matters in the end. The aim of parents and society at large is not just to have academically qualified people, but people who are all around. Therefore, even though school is where learners go to sharpen their academic skills, a good school should not do this while disregarding other aspects of life. Society expects its people to mingle well within the community. On the same note, it is expected that people who have gone to school should be able to solve problems more logically compared to those who did not go to school. Moreover, there is more to life than just academic excellence. A good school should be able to mix curriculum and co-curriculum activities to produce learners who are well-fitted to enhance development in society. When all these are met by a school, then one can be confident that his or her child will gain by going to such a school. If you want to find more works like this essay on good school definition and aspects, head over to ivypanda.com. It has a collection of free samples with thousands of submissions covering virtually all academic subjects. No registration required to access it.